This video is rated M for mature, so if you're under the age of 18, please leave. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Yukishi, and welcome back to another episode of Persona 5 Royal. Last time, what happened exactly? Right, we went into Mementos, which is basically the collective unconscious, so to speak, and we felled a shadow by the name of Nakanohara, and he gave us the name Madarame. So, days later, we're just trying to act like a normal student and live an honest student life. Exam week is coming out, but first, let's hang out with this dude.
Please
There have been far too many incidents recently to ignore. Can anyone deny this? The runaway train, there you go. We should make use of them when you negotiate with shadows. Good idea. Right? You should ask him. Teach you how to give speeches? Why? I want to do what you do. I'd love to help you, though. How shall I teach you? It's not for my speech. Let's talk about this later.
And while our society appears to be prosperous, many of our young people are quietly suffering. They lack jobs, security, savings. The next generation will lead us into the future, and yet they have no plan for how to arrive there.
Watch where you're going, you little shit. You bumped into me, you old goat.
This isn't good. Yes, let's. Good citizens, please stop fighting. What is the point of bickering over such a trivial matter?
This is none of your business.
Yeah, seriously, just shut up.
What's with this guy?
Now, if you'll please excuse me, I must return to my speech. Together, we can create a bright future for the next generation.
Ugh. God, so righteous. That really annoys me. Enough of your arrogance, no good Tora.
What?
As if anyone would actually vote for you. Are you planning to embezzle funds again? Or maybe criticize one of your constituents again? You criminal!
No, that was all in the past. I've gone and done it again. I can't do that in my situation. Regardless, whenever someone calls me no good Tora, I panic. I went through quite an ordeal 20 years ago. Let me explain. I used to be a member of the National Diet. I was elected during the rise of the Kuramoto children. We were backed by powerful Diet members. This was about 20 years ago. I was very inexperienced back then, both as a politician as well as a human being. That inexperience led me to be involved in a series of major political scandals. People refer to my blunders as no good Tora's 3 strikes. The first was being caught missing a legislative meeting to take a personal vacation. Then, I was accused of embezzling a large sum of money from the party, giving me 2 strikes. Finally, I called a voter an idiot at an open forum, which resulted in scandal and strike 3. I was out and branded a washed-up politician. You said you wanted to become a member of the Diet. But do you see the man before you? Do you really want to receive my guidance? I'm happy to hear that. However, everyone says I have no chance to get elected. So why come to me? You mean giving speeches? I'm afraid I'm not so great that you'd be able to learn anything. The most important part about giving a good speech is believing in yourself. Perhaps one day, I will believe in myself again. But you sure got me there. You're a strange young man. Very well. If learning how to give a great speech is what you seek, then I'd be happy to instruct you. In exchange, I would like for you to continue assisting me. Let's get started, shall we?
Staging your crimes with calling cards. It's hard to believe that a student could manage this alone. An adult. For example, someone talented enough to move people with words. Perhaps they coached you. Isn't that right?
I am thou. Thou art I. It shall with the birth of the sun persona.
All right. Let's pursue your dream of becoming a member of the Diet. Oh my, we've been talking for far too long. Let's call it quits for today. You.
Ah, Kurisu-kun. I'm sorry, there's something I forgot to mention. It's about my speech schedules from this point on. Would you be willing to stick around to hear it? Of course. Thank you. Don't worry, it won't take too long. I'll be here giving my speeches every Sunday. You're welcome to drop by and help whenever you've got the time.
Well then,
that's all I wanted to say. Now, be careful on your way home. The next day. Can't believe this. A school assembly during exam week? The hell are they thinking? It's the day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's going to be about Mr. Kamoshida again. Ugh, I can't believe the school is messing with our schedules like this. I don't care what it's about. It's gonna have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into their mess.
Seems pretty rough.
Mandatory assembly during exam week, huh? Sounds rough for all of you. No kidding.
Well,
now then, let the first day of exams begin! What historical figure inspired the idiom of favoring the magistrate? That would be, Minamoto no Yoshitsune.
Ooh, we can do this!
An essay question? This looks tough, but let's calm down and think it through. Provide the reason why Minamoto no Yoshitsune is viewed as a hero. I had a brother, right? I think his name was Minamoto no Yoritomo. Yoshitsune worked under him. He did a lot for his brother, but they ended up coming into conflict. In the end, when they had to oppose each other, Yoritomo won. Yeah, Yoshitsune committed suicide after being exiled by his brother. But even though he lost, Yoshitsune is someone who went down in history as a hero. It's probably because people tend to sympathize less with figures in power and sympathize more with the weak. Not just any weak person, though. People love rooting for an underdog who stands up to powerful oppressors, and Yoshitsune did that to his brother. So the reason Yoshitsune is treated as a hero is because he stood up against the powerful Yoritomo.
Yep.
You finished in time. Time is up. Put down your pencils and put your hands under your desk. Petty kitty. The next day.
Let's get started.
Today is the second day of exams. You may begin. Which brain function is responsible for the phenomenon of seeing an illusion in this figure? Cognition.
Ooh, we can do this!
Which of the following maps can you paint without any adjacent areas being the same color? Both.
Ooh, we can do this!
The next day.
Okay, class, let's get started.
Does everyone have a test? Then you may begin. Name the book that defined malfactor as the chief factor in the progress of the human race. The Devil's Dictionary.
Ooh, we can
That
do
sounds
this!
about right. Compendium of Laws, Digital Devil Story, Juliet. What character archetype refers to a mysterious and seductive woman, typically with ulterior motives? That's Femme Fatale.
Ooh, we can do this!
Ever since that specific incident, Many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the mental health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist. The floor is yours, Doctor.
Isn't he hot?
It's nice to meet you all.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
My name is... Huh? My name is Takuto Maruki. Thank you for welcoming me to your school.
Brand new to Royal, and as I'm sure some of you are going to recognize and put in the comments, yes, Maruki is voiced by the very late Billy Kametz. Rest in peace to a very good voice actor. I'm giving the video a moment of silence so we can pay respects to the voice actor, in case you're wondering.
No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just here to counsel anyone who's interested. You can even call me Doc, if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be... Oh. I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems.
Thank you, Dr. Maruki.
Yo. You ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
And Dr. what's his name?
Maruki.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage? You really think he'll do us any good?
Ryuji.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you...
How do you know our names?
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here. Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida. It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here. I can definitely believe that.
So, what do you want with us?
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah, but if you come to my office, you can have free snacks. All you can eat. Would be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So, how about it?
Hey, don't fall for that.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the school's interests. For its students.
Ah, the school's interest, huh?
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot. Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know. If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity. Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates. How's that sound? There's also snacks.
All right, enough with the snacks. So, which way are you leaning? I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
Yeah.
Really? Then, I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know? Give me a name.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Councilor persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
All right.
So hold up, dude.
Sorry for keeping you like this. Well then.
Okay, quiet down.
I have an addendum to the earlier assembly regarding the counseling you've all been offered. Oh? The counselor will be available to you starting after school today in the nurse's office. Dr. Maruki will only be posted here through November, so be sure to speak with him soon if you feel the need. For the majority of you, it's your choice whether or not you see him, but there are a few students I'll speak with later. The school's decided visits to Dr. Maruki will be mandatory for these individuals. Yo, you guys going for it? Look, the counseling? Kinda sounds like we're being forced to. I told Maruki I'd do it, but I don't know if I'm really that into the idea, you know? Let's do it. Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyway. I think I'm gonna try going today. Counseling, eh? Lydian's right. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself, okay?
Yes. Welcome.
God damn it! Are you here for a counseling session? Yeah, is now a bad time? Not at all. It's always a good time, so long as I'm not already listening to a student. I'm so glad you're here. Would you care for a snack?
Well...
Shall we get started? Oh, but first, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Yes.
Sure. Although I really only have one thing on my mind right now, anyway. Yes, I'd say that makes perfect sense. But don't force yourself into talking with me. You could even just grab some snacks and be on your way, if you wanted. Yeah. No, it's alright. I know I needed to talk to someone about this anyway. That is, if you're willing to listen to the super long story. I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. I see. That's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yes, that's why I wanted to get even with him. For Shiho. And? At first, I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shiho was going to put herself through, but... Later, I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shiho's suffering. In fact, it'd just give him the easy way out.
Right.
Is that so? You know, you were quite the wise, level-headed young woman, Takamaki-san. Huh? I think you've got the wrong... Nope. In fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. If I hadn't gone through my own share of hell, I don't think I'd be so mature either. I see. So what's on your mind now? Right now?
Let me think.
Just hoping Shiho will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Now there's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but...
Quite.
I definitely agree with you there. But it's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Oh, it seems I lost track of the time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that that's all off my chest.
Be careful.
Good to hear it. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again anytime.
Okay, I'm
Will
gonna
do.
get going.
See you around. Huh? Well, I went in for counseling. You're going soon too, right, Akira? How'd it go? Well, it honestly wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Maruki is easier to talk to than you think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Did you have a counseling appointment? That's in the nurse's office in the practice building, right? I'll just pass time until in the area until you're done. Oh hey, it's the cutie.
How are you?
Ah, hello. Are you here for a session as well? That's right. Is that so? Dr. Maruki is a wonderful counselor. I've actually been seeing him for a while, before he ever came to Shujin. Oh, I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go overselling me too hard, though, Yoshizawa-san. I'm really nothing special. Well, I need to get going. Please excuse me. I like her a lot.
Alright then.
Let's see if we get started. Sure.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. We made a deal. Well, I'll try to make sure it's worth the trouble.
I see.
Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you're in, Kurusu-kun. Well, full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. I'm doing okay now. You can pick in any answer here. But you weren't before, I take it. Try not to push yourself too hard, okay?
So...
Now that you've told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. It seems like you've largely been able to reconcile your internal world with your external one. I should know. That's really, truly impressive. Even most adults can't reliably manage that. Huh? How to put it? You know how everyone has an internal reality? Some conception of themselves they're striving for?
For example...
Like wanting to be a model student, or wanting to be loved and relied on. That kind of thing. But that idealized reality and the one in actuality are often far apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. Right. You've already been through so much. That kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places. But you're standing up to it, and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. Then again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? But it sounds right. Not even any deflecting self-deprecation. You really are strong, Kurusu-kun.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Sorry, this went on longer than I expected. Somehow, the conversation just took on a life of its own, I guess.
Say.
Hey, I've actually got one last request. Do you mind? What is it?
You know,
I'm actually doing certain research along with my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts. What they think, how they feel.
How about it?
If I get far enough with it, I think it'll be able to help a lot of people. So, I'll need more details. You can pick any answer here. Sorry. I guess my point is, I'd like to ask you to help with that research. All you'd have to do is listen to my theories, and then tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations on your end. Please, anytime's good for me. I can work around your schedule. And, I've got a lot of snacks, too. You can have them. They're yours. Well, okay. Really? Yes! You're a lifesaver.
Well...
Let's see. I know. Maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. I happen to know a lot on the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you can draw out your full potential.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess that's our second deal. I feel like my bond with Maruki is growing deeper. Excuse me. Detox X. When Joker is inflicted with an ailment, he may recover immediately.
Alright. I know.
Oh, right. Would it be okay if we traded contact information? I'll contact you when I've got time, or when I need some input from you. Sure. That should do it.
Now.
I'd better do my part to repay you. Let's talk about mental training and presence. Let's see. First off, thanks to Maruki's mental training, my mind feels stronger.
All right.
Max SP increased by 5. Oh, and here, never a bad time for a snack, right? Now it's static gum.
Well,
Thank you for your help today. I'll see you around at school.
Man.
You really spent a long time talking to Maruki. Look how late it is. Well, if you think the sessions are worthwhile, you should try going again sometime.
Good night.
But we should definitely get some sleep for now. Tomorrow's your last day of the exams, right?
Let's go to bed.
It's late. Let's go to sleep. Oh, okay.
Well then.
Let's call it a day and go to bed. The next day.
I'm so sleepy. I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
Staying up studying?
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning. Bull! You say that, but you probably just spent the whole night studying.
Morning.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Impressive, Lady On. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
What was that?
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. It's nothing.
Hmm?
Oh my god, that guy got off. Isn't this bad? Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Huh?
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
This is the second time now we met our target in front of that area. Huh. In a car, no less.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Okay.
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you?
Wait a minute,
Be the model for my next art piece.
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
This man's highly suspicious.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Hold your horses. Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame-sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a Marin, would you? No? Okay.
I'm striving to become an artist.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Yusuke!
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame-sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too. Well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will. Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later.
How dare he go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Morgana, shut up. She doesn't belong to you.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance?
Yeah.
That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth.
I am, though.
So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
In the metaverse.
This metaverse business again? Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
I don't know.
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
Today's the last day of exams, huh? Seems like some of those were kind of tough.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't too bad. You should have gotten a decent score, right?
It's over.
It's over. How about you?
You traitor!
Anyways, can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than focus on stuff that's over with.
What are you looking at?
The usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. Number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
We don't have that much left. Oh, right! There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets. Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Madarame, was it?
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Well, if everyone's going...
It's settled then. Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature. Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow we go to that exhibit with Lady Ann. I'm curious to know if this Madarame has anything to do with the name we heard in Mementos. We can't afford to be late tomorrow. We better not go out right now. Huh? Who's calling me? So I keep thinking about what Nakamura said. Could he have been talking about that, the famous artist Madarame? Nice catch. Well, it is a pretty rare last name. Yeah, I mean, do you guys have ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. If what we heard is true, Kitagawa-kun is studying under a corrupt teacher. You mean a teacher who treats people like tools? Kitagawa-kun's life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this. Coffee!
Hey!
Are you going to try making some coffee? Yes. Oh. Looks like you're starting to get interested in this. Hey, you're not trying to impress me, are you? Well, whatever. Alright, I'm heading out to buy some insects.
Yes! Alright.
LeBlanc coffee, times 2. You put your whole nose in that. This acidity. This must be the Guatemalan SHB.
Let me explain.
The volcanic soil of Guatemala is ideal for growing coffee. Guatemalan beans are ranked by their altitude of cultivation. Strictly hard bean, or SHB for short, a grade given to the coffee grown at altitudes above 4,500 feet, has a citrus-like acidity and a full body. The flavor profile is bland. You should practice more to bring out the roast's full potential. Although I see you're preparing the cup the way I told you. Yeah, but you already heard all of this.
Well then. So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
You came.
Yeah.
You really came.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors. Come now. I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw, too.
Well, see you guys later.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
I told you not to come out! Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home? I guess we should do a quick pass-through at once. Which way are we supposed to start? It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say?
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Wasn't the word shack something?
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Hey, Hey, stop pushing! Ah, there's way too many people!
I'm getting crushed!
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei!
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artists satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach, but he seems really friendly.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece. Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me. But thanks to that, I remember now. Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun posted this. I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious? I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info, and the address to his sensei's atelier.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Okay.
In any case, we need to find out if that rumor about Madarame is true. If it is, this might just be exactly what we needed.
Well then.
That reminds me, the home shopping program is airing today. You want to check out the TV? No. Can I leave?
Hey.
Ah, damn it. Oh well. Coffee.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes! All right.
It must be Colombian Narado.
Let me explain.
The high altitude, rainy climate, and soil of the Colombian mountains creates a strong foundation for their high-quality coffee. Narado coffee has a creamy, viscous body that coats the mouth with fruity and nutty flavors. So in other words, you could say that if you put it in your mouth... I'm not going to finish that sentence. You can put two and two together.
Well then.
The next day.
Okay, let's get started.
Hey there, I'm Dr. Maruki, your school counselor. Thanks to the school, I can even talk to you outside of counseling now. I want to talk a little about how mental health and perception can affect you. Don't worry, I don't want to stress you out or anything. Just relax and listen. How much do you guys know about the emotional mind? See, what's going on in your mind can affect your body pretty significantly. There's proof it can even heal you, depending on your outlook. So, Kurisuke, huh? What, I wasn't sleeping?
Any ideas?
What do we call the phenomenon where believing in a treatment's power is enough to improve your condition? The placebo effect.
This is it.
That's right.
Yep, that's correct. Some people specify that placebos don't actually have any curative properties. But even if the medicine does nothing, chemically it can affect your perception and help you feel better. On the other hand, if you don't trust the medicine to begin with, it might make you feel even worse. We call that a nocebo, or nocebo.
Nice going.
That's just one example, but my point is that our minds and bodies are more connected than we think. So it's important not to push yourself too hard. Remember, your mind needs time to rest too. It's my job to help with that, so come by the nurse's office whenever you're feeling down. The mind affects the body, huh? You think I'll change back into a human if I just believe in it hard enough? Keep dreaming, Morgana. Keep dreaming.
Phantom thieves going by train. This ain't any different from how I get home from school, you know.
I believe... So this scene was in original base P5, but I believe the voice acting wasn't. This is all new to Royal. The voice acting, I mean.
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here.
Hey, who are you calling a pet?
Dude, be quiet! We didn't pay the pet fare.
I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me Master.
Oh, Kitty!
Shoot.
Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing.
Yeah, it's just a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
You heard her. Press on its head.
This is ridiculous.
Wowie! Again! That's so funny! I want to hear it again!
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth.
Oh, seriously?
The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya. Doors will open on the left side.
Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
So, which line do we gotta transfer to?
Doesn't look like there are any stations close by to that address. If anything, this is the closest station.
What? And we gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination?
Stop your complaining.
It's supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in. As expected of a famous artist. Looks like the fastest route is to get to the station square and then go to Central Street. Let's move.
Wait.
Suguru Kamoshida, former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy. Reason for turning himself in is A heavy conscience, huh? The human mind doesn't change that easily, let alone their natural temperament. Shujin Academy. Seems doubtful. Perhaps I'll have someone look into it, just in case.
Is that it?
We're at the right address. The door plate does say Madarame.
You ring the bell.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
No one sneeze or we'll blow this house down, okay?
Who is it? Sensei is currently...
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
People really do live here.
Takamaki-san, you two are here as well?
Hey, sorry, but, we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you. Is it true Madarame's plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah?
Are you serious?
We read about it online.
This? Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse? He welcomes pupils into his own home! This is no act of violence, it is charity! And I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
You might be lying about it.
That is utter rubbish. I had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now. If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day!
You really think that?
Yusuke, what's the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worried for their friend's safety.
Understood, Sensei.
Well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
That's not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down? Now, if you'll excuse me.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry. I know. I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting. It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Me?
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the metanav?
Oh.
Hey, the app.
Was it picking up our conversation? This display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right? But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then shack, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
For real though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes this shack for to enter his palace.
You mean, like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
It's a bit sudden though.
Why don't we start with castle?
No candidates found.
Then what about prison?
No candidates found.
Ah, what a pain. Jail, warehouse, and guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
If you know a YouTuber by the name of Kagato the Final Boss, you will understand where I'm going with the idea of might as well add farm. Welcome to Madarame's Plagiarizing Farm. Plant your shit, then get on and get. I love that bit he did so much. But yeah, check out Kagato the Final Boss. Granted, I don't know what he's been up to lately, but still, dude's really fucking funny.
No candidates found.
Not a single hit?
Should we come back another time?
A building that's related to artists. If we think from there, what would it be?
Gee, I wonder, what could it possibly be on? It's a fucking museum, guys.
Spaghetti navigation? Whoa, really?
I mean, we just fucking went to one, too.
Hey, when did you activate the nav? You surprised me.
Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right.
What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by an enemy?
Probably would have figured it out once you started walking on two legs.
So even you can slip into the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana?
His name is Mona.
In a place with
At least
minimal
in here.
cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
Forget that. Look! That shack is seriously some kind of museum?
Let's go check it out. It's so extravagant, to the point that it's gaudy. It's a museum, right?
This is Madarame's?
Well, a palace is a world formed by a mind twisted by desire. Remember Kamoshida's castle?
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. His exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
You got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
Right. That aside, ain't a museum a must for phantom thieves?
Now that's our Joker. I feel the same.
But man, just look at that insane crowd.
Yes!
Well then, it's time we began our infiltration. Are we gonna have to wait in that gigantic line? Don't be stupid, we're not going in the front door. But there's a high wall around the building.
Shall we go?
We'll just have to find our way up over it then. In any case, let's get going. I think that is as good a place as any to stop here for now. So, next time on Persona 5 Royal, let's investigate this museum, shall we? And who knows what else we can find. I've been Rikishi, and I'll see you next time.